Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining me again for another video. Today, we are continuing our journey through the DCEU with Suicide Squad. So last time we did the Zack Snyder Justice League. We skipped Suicide Squad, we skipped Wonder Woman, partially because in terms of Zack Snyder's trilogy, unofficial trilogy, it wasn't really necessary. It would have been a nice thing to have had, especially Wonder Woman, but not absolutely necessary, and we wanted to watch it when it came out with everyone. So, in the actual chronological time that these movies came out, it was Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad. So this one is next. That came out in at least release order.
So you're saying you finally learned your lesson about chronological order?
No, because we did this out of order. Actually, very good timing because James Gunn just released a trailer for The Suicide Squad, which is, I could be wrong on this, Jeremy, you might know better than I would, is a soft reboot or a soft continuation of this movie. This is Suicide Squad. James Gunn just released a trailer for The Suicide Squad. I'm not going to tell you the plot of the movie. I kind of want you to go in blind. I'm not going to tell you the reception either, other than I'm looking forward to getting into this with you. Jeremy, we're about to go watch this with everybody for the first time, except for you and me. Jen, have you seen this before?
Yeah.
So yeah, Jeremy and I are the only ones that have seen it. What do you think going into it with everyone?
You know, I actually thought the Suicide Squad trailer looked fantastic. This is not... This is not my favorite movie.
Really?
I'm not going to say that there's no redeeming elements to it. They don't fundamentally work for me. So I don't want to talk about any of the specific stuff until afterwards. I always wonder if I should give context or not give context. But I will say David Ayer, the guy who did this film, he directed End of Watch. He directed Training Day, or he wrote the screenplay for Training Day.
Love Training Day.
He's a fantastic filmmaker. He's done some really good films. He's also done some bad films, and he's done Suicide Squad. So yeah, real eager to see how this plays out.
Jen, I'm really curious to see what she thinks going into it. Do you have any idea what this movie is, what we're getting into?
So I don't know anything about it except for we watched Godzilla vs. Kong, King Kong, and they had a preview for what looked like a follow-up film to this. It had a CGI shark, which really terrified me.
Great.
Not because the shark looked terrifying, but just the fact that they had a CGI shark that was like talking. I don't know a lot about it, but I don't exactly have high hopes based off of that.
Fair enough. Jenna, what about you? What do you think going into it?
That's what this would look like.
So you're telling me that this movie is called Suicide Squad,
Right.
and there's a new movie coming out called The Suicide Squad?
Correct, yes.
Could it be like a different name? Do we run out of names? That sounds terrible. Anyway, other than that, I don't know anything about this movie.
Well, it's a soft reboot, I guess, right? Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. They're acknowledging some of the characters, but they're moving forward in an almost completely unrelated direction.
Matt, what do you think going into it? We haven't told you anything about this movie, like what it's about, but other than it just takes place in the DCEU after Batman v Superman.
And everyone's telling you that it looks like crap, and I told you that it was crap, so let's see how that plays out and affects the video.
You're gonna love it.
Well, I actually didn't say that. I have some...
Holden, you don't think anything's crap except Cats, so your opinion doesn't matter.
Cats was horrible. I can't believe...
And you still gave it a 4.
There's one movie I rated lower than it. There was some, what did I give a 1 to? Oh, the holiday special, the Star Wars holiday special. That was worse, yeah. Well, Matt, what do you think going into it?
Well, when you put Star Wars in front of anything, it's gonna
Will you stop it?
This is so perfect. Like, this is like the epitome of what all this shit is that Suicide Squad is something I've been very excited to see because all of the commercials that I did see for it, I thought that looks like a really good film.
Yeah, why is that?
What? I don't know, what? I don't get it.
The cover is Margot Robbie in like this little short skirt with her tits out.
Margot Robbie. Oh, is it the blonde-headed chick with the baseball bat and the tits? Yeah. Got it. Yeah, she's not tough to look at, but no, that wasn't the reason. I like the dark side. I always...
dark side.
Yeah, son of a bitch. It still haunts me. I do. I like the gritty side. That's why I always was attracted to DC. Like, if you notice, even in Star Wars, I only really liked the villains. I've always liked the villains. And this was just very dark. I think the anti-hero was... I think maybe that's why I like Deadpool. Just the dark stuff, I've always liked it. I like that person that has something to prove. There's possibility of improvement. Tony Stark was a dick. But like anyway, you get what I'm saying. There's a dark side to this. There's a twisted side to this. Almost a gothic phase. I went through a gothic phase when I was in high school, so maybe that's something to do with it.
We all do that.
I'm really looking forward to this, and I just think it's hilarious.
No, that's great. I think that's fantastic. I don't want you to be swayed by any of us. We all know you, and if there's one thing I know about Matt is you're unpredictability. I really honestly hope you like this. I really do. And there's a lot I like about it. Let's get into it, guys.
Isn't Will Smith in it?
He is, yes.
All right, let's get into it. Suicide Squad.
What's that? Rat shit. Everything a grown fella needs like you.
Hey, it looks like the beginning of an NF song.
I'm not just one of your many toys.
You gonna come down from there or what? Oh my God. You are... Come on, man, you're 64.
Christ.
My job is to keep you alive until you die. Do you understand that?
G-Tube? Jesus.
But it finally happened. The worst of the worst. Floyd Lawton, a.k.a. Deadshot.
Deadshot.
This is the exterminator you called for your rat problem?
Mama says I can't live with you because you kill people.
Yeah, how the hell is that gonna work,
That's
Will?
not true. That's a lie. It's over, Deadshot.
Yeah, come live with me.
Zoe, move!
Please, Daddy.
Harley Quinn.
Got your kitty.
So thoughtful. I need a machine gun.
I helped you.
You left me in a black hole of rage and confusion. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
That is iconic from the comics, that little shot there. Recreating it.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh, okay.
Come on, put it. Do it.
Fearless.
I do like seeing Batman do his thing, though.
Yeah, right. We stopped that. We stopped doing mouth to mouth in the 70s.
Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, I mean, on the street, I get it, but yeah. Please don't be a boomerang. Please don't be a boomerang.
Doesn't work well with
God dang it.
No honor among thieves, eh?
Heard of the pyrokinetic homeboy? In the streets, they call him El Diablo. This LA gangbanger thought he was king of the world. Evolution took a step backwards with this one. Killer Croc. Archaeologist Dr. June Moore
Oh yeah, when she was still famous.
wandered into the... Colonel Rick Flag signed him to watch Dr. Moon, and just as I hoped, it got personal. This is the only way to protect our country.
See, she's at it. She's at it. There it is.
I want to build a team of some very bad people who I think can do some good. Defeat the next Superman.
Not on my watch.
Enchantress.
Whoa.
This meeting is now a magic show.
Go get it, girl. From the Weapons Ministry Vault in Tehran.
I mean, that's an impressive power.
Goku did it when he got back to Earth from Namek. It's not that big a deal.
Oh, dude, my bad.
Put that burrito down. You got visitors, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, I wonder when this is getting canceled.
What you gonna do with it?
I want you to go clear my browser history.
I believe that is a Kimber and a badass pistol. Very expensive.
What is she?
It's complex. This is not just her.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
What did you do?
Staying alive. Oh! Jeez.
You're cooperating, all right? This is me being cool. Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey, I'm talking to you.
Objection success.
Next.
Are you deaf? You one of them deaf hoes.
Just please do whatever they say. scumbag.
She had a mouth.
Injection you got. It's a nanite explosive. You disobey me, you die.
You might want to work on your team motivation thing. You heard of Phil Jackson? Yeah. He's like the gold standard.
What? Something tells me a whole lot of people are about to die.
Yeah, it's us.
I want you to enter the city, rescue HVT-1, and get them to safety.
What, we some kind of suicide squad?
They said it. They said it.
This is Katana. She's got my back. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims. Hold your fire.
Now that's killer app.
Oh.
I'm thinking if we move together, we can kill all these guys and go our separate ways. Yeah?
Just having a laugh?
I'm worried.
Not here to fight them. You know that doesn't work.
Copy that.
I lock these odds, mate. You just say the word. Why do they look like that?
You cut and run, I'll blow your head off.
That took her right out of an anime.
Holden! He dies, we die!
Thanks.
Shut up.
They were engaged when you were, but we lost them.
What the hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do. I have proved I love you. Just accept it.
And you, Doctor,
are not part of my plan.
don't hurt me. I'll be your friend.
Let me guess. Mommy didn't take you to Chuck E. Cheese on your 6th birthday.
If Chuck E. Cheese wasn't already bankrupt, they would have sued for that line.
So she has to hide behind a mask. Oh! Everyone for themselves, right? Hey guys.
I do not care that you're a girl.
Where you been, homie? This ain't my fight! You know what? You don't stand for shit.
I was just trying to get you there.
How are we gonna get out of there? You're gonna get cancer, guys.
You might need to be careful. They think we're rescuing Nelson Mandela.
So she's been bad the whole time?
Well, she's just saying it's for secrecy. That's why Deadshot was like, y'all thought I'm bad. Like, she's...
Kill the pair of them now before they kill us.
I got this. Don't get high-spirited on me and ruin a good thing.
Boss, they're not talking to me.
Bird's been jacked.
Light it up!
Come on, baby.
Our nanites disarmed!
Shoot that woman right now!
She ain't do shit to me.
Do it for your freedom and your kid.
No, she did.
By the way, I've got some grape soda on ice and a bearskin rug waiting.
What the hell does that mean? The sexual reference?
Okay, honey. It's me and you.
Stand by! I'm sending up the helo!
Herpy people gonna take her hostage.
Did you just say the herpy people?
Hey guys, I'm back!
Is she supposed to be like a Mayan god?
Yeah, that's the vibe I get.
Have a drink with us.
Here's to honor among thieves.
Not beef.
You played yourself, dog.
Bitch, I'm having a drink.
I didn't get to the part in that binder saying I was sleeping with her.
Actually, no.
Got letters from my daughter the whole time.
And he brought him on the mission, too. Oh, they're all back. Okay. They didn't show that.
I live on the ground. Y'all are just tourists.
やっとあなたと一緒になれる。
Man who killed her husband used that sword.
Don't they say that, the crazy ones?
Huh?
Let's do this. Man, I thought love was bullshit. Dead serious. Out of believers. No proof. And then I met June.
I got your back.
Nah, I'll let you fight for love, bro. That's cool with me.
What if I lose control? Then maybe we'll have a chance.
That's your old lady, huh?
Shakira, Shakira!
Get up there, smack on her ass, tell her.
And I know what you want. Exactly what you want.
It's just a bad dream. I'm here.
Can't change what I did. And neither can you! It's not real.
I killed the dad.
Now, homie, you don't want that. It's not real!
He's right. It's not real.
These are my people right here.
We should run.
I lost one family. I ain't gonna lose another one. Think it through.
Oh, jeez. Give me a break. Oh, my family. You can do that the whole time?
My darkness will spread across this world, and it will be mine to rule.
How does this witch even know how to target this thing? It's a secret facility.
Did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
For the last time, join me or die.
Teeny problem. You mess with my friends.
It's just been revoked.
Let me join my brother.
You bring June back or I'll crush this!
Go ahead.
They flag.
I thought I killed you.
I thought I killed you.
How are you not dead? So we did all of this and we don't get shit.
10 years off your prison sentences. Any other requests?
An espresso machine.
BET.
Some shots you'll even have to take the curvature to Earth and with the. Yeah, I'm working it out.
Let's go home. yourself under my protection. If you deliver.
Why, Mr. Wayne?
Just like to make friends. You should shut it down. My friends and I will do it for you.
All right, just finished watching Suicide Squad. Some of my thoughts, I did not care for this movie. Did not like this movie. I never liked it when it first came out. I thought there were some cool moments throughout, but overall, I just didn't really care for it. I hated the Joker. This is the first Joker we got after Heath Ledger, whenever this came out, and I just hated the direction they took with the character. That's just my thoughts and my opinion on it.
Did you hate the Joker with the direction they took, or were you doing the comparison game of how great Heath was as compared to Leto?
I mean, I can't say that Heath Ledger had no weight on my opinion at all, but I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I don't know what else to tell you. I didn't like it felt very much sort of this high school, edgy, damage written on the forehead type of thing. And I feel like they were trying so hard not to be Heath Ledger that they turned into something that was just totally unrecognizable. Again, just my opinion. I know some people like that Joker. I was not one of them. Jeremy, watching it again with us, what did you think?
Holden, how much time you got, man? For all the reasons why this movie sucks. A lot of times I try to kind of soften the blow with movies, even if I don't particularly like this one.
You do?
I've got I do, and I've got so many reasons why I dislike this film. There are so many things about it I don't like. However, we can focus on that, or we can talk about some of the things I do like. After all, that will take so much less time. I really think Margot Robbie, she looks amazing in this movie. I like her character design. She got a real short shrift as far as having a good role in this film, and I feel like Harley Quinn is so much better in Birds of Prey.
What do you mean?
Her character is...
You mean they wrote her into a corner of not being that
She's a
great?
sex object.
Okay.
I don't want to dive super into that. It's not... I have no skin in this game, but she is very much just object to lust after, right? Whatever about that. I think Will Smith is fantastic as Deadshot. Yeah, is he playing Will Smith? Abs-freaking-lutely. That's all the dude ever does, but he's incredibly charming. When I was going into the movie, I was like, man, I don't know about Will Smith being this main character because he's gonna Will Smithify the movie. He totally does. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but that kind of charisma is needed because if you look at the rest of the cast, it's like, these dudes suck. Rick Flag is like Matthew McConaughey by way of Forrest Gump. Like, I don't know where he learned that impression from, but that is not what people sound like. Katana, dude, the way he says souls, like 3 times in the movie. I don't know, man. There's just so many little nitpicks. The movie should have consequences, right?
Soldier was good, though.
It's got the word soul in it, man. There's something about that. Soldier. I don't know what it is, but yeah, like, there should be consequences. Amanda Waller, your idea is stupid. These people cannot take on Superman or The Flash or Wonder Woman. That's insane. That is an insane idea. And none of this would have happened if she didn't put the team together in the first place. I understand that's part of the whole crux of the narrative, and that's fine. The faceless putties, the lack of development between the characters. Wait, I'm supposed to be talking about the things I like. There's a couple of good song drops in it, and then some that are just completely whack. I don't know, man. I felt like this movie... I really like the one where Joker is jumping into the water with Harley Quinn. You were humming along to it. I don't know the song out of the context of this movie. That's great imagery. I really like the swirling colors. Then there's another great shot where Joker's surrounded by all the knives and stuff. A bad needle drop is the Eminem...
You were crazy about that?
it's weird timing. I mean, you go back far enough and it's cool, or you play modern music and that's cool, but there's like a weird awkward time in between old and new that just feels dated, and I feel like David Ayer is very much emblematic of that dated way of looking at things. He was a filmmaker who was a police officer in LA in the 1990s, and it seems like his whole understanding of Latino and African American culture is through that lens. He thinks every single person that's not white is a freaking gangbanger. And when I talk about consequences also, like, there should be consequences for so many terrible face tattoos. How many freaking terrible face tattoos are in this movie?
These were things that
I'm gonna get to my negatives in a second. No, but anyways, yeah, I could go on and on. This movie is whack. This movie's whack.
So Jeremy didn't like it. You know, it's an interesting thing that James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy, which Jen and I are going to be watching about a week or so, it's coming up. James Gunn is directing the next Suicide Squad. When this came out, this was during the time of that Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. It's too dark. WB is like, audiences want something lighter, something fun. Guardians of the Galaxy sort of introduced that sort of that old school music. People really liked that, this band of kind of misfit people. They wanted to incorporate some of that into this to make the DC universe just a little less dark, a little bit more jokey. So they're trying to do that. Doesn't really land, but I thought it was interesting that The Suicide Squad is also directed by James Gunn, who this was indirectly influenced by his other film.
That was the thing that I alluded to at the beginning, and I'm super glad you brought it up because I think that's one of the awkward parts of this film is it was made and shot in the tradition of Zack Snyder's films. Dark, gritty, edgy, somber tone, muted colors, as Holden said. Guardians of the Galaxy is a real big hit, so they hired a trailer editing company by the name of Trailer Park to go in and take the final cut of this film and reconfigure it to make it essentially like a trailer, and that's why there's so many flashy graphics and transitions and freeze frames and all of that stuff. So it's interesting in that way, but I just wanted to touch on that real quick.
Will Smith was the highlight of the movie for me. Like you said, he's very Will Smith as Will Smith, and I like him. I think he's a very charismatic actor. He's always fantastic, everything I've seen him in. Jen, after watching this, and then the only other context being Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and don't let our opinions sway you, you know, if you liked it, that's totally cool, but what did you think overall?
I think this was one of those movies where on paper it was a brilliant idea. When I first started getting the gist of like what was going to be happening, I was like, oh, that's great, you know, not the typical like Superman, good guy. These are people that obviously have a lot of issues. I think this movie had a lot of moments where they almost had it, but they just did not hit the mark. I do think that they had a lot of good casts. Jared Leto, I like him as an actor, but I think that he was a horrible choice for the Joker. And that may be because Heath Ledger was just so perfect at the performance that he did. I don't know. Harley Quinn's character, I wish they would have done more with her. Kind of what Jeremy said, it was kind of a disservice to her. She was just kind of there as someone to look at, and I don't like that because I think that her character could have had a lot more development to it and could have added a lot more. The actor that played Flag, I really like. He was in one of my favorite shows, The Killing. His character in this movie was a little strange at times. The way he pronounced things, I did not like Amanda Waller. I did not like her character at all. I understand that they didn't want her likable, but I also didn't think that she really added to it. The crocodile guy and the boomerang guy did not do anything. They were completely useless. In my opinion, they were more useless than Harley Quinn. Enchantress. That was another, in the beginning I was like, ooh, this is really interesting. And then it just went downhill from there. So that's kind of how I felt about the whole movie. Wasn't really, it didn't do anything for me.
One of the cardinal rules of just storytelling in general is to give you characters that you can, I don't know, connect with to some degree. And when you have characters that are just all bad, from Amanda Waller to the actual main characters, Will Smith being the only character that had, you know, actual connectivity as far as, you know, I'm bad, but I want my daughter to know I'm not trash, or you know, one of these things.
But what about Homeboy, Diablo? Yeah. Diablo had like a sense of honor about him.
He did, but he was wrapped up in so much racial stereotype. You know, it's hard to get around that.
True. Like, what do you mean, Issy?
But I mean, that is a good point. He was one that was kind of like that too. And him being like God tier at the end, taking on the brother. I don't even know his name.
It felt out of nowhere that he was God tier.
Yeah.
Why did he have some sort of flaming skirt on?
Whenever he sort of turned God tier, I was sort of like, oh, okay, like you could have done this the whole time, Holden said that. But then I did sort of see it as like possibly an ancestral thing because Enchantress, like it's ancestral Mayan back in the day. I thought maybe pulling from that, maybe giving a little optimism there.
None of the characters really connected to me. The closest thing was Will Smith, and that was kind of just bare minimum, bottom of the barrel connectivity of a main character has a daughter, and you know we care about that type of thing. Jenna, what did you think of Suicide Squad?
Clarify something. These characters are all real like comic book characters. And the reason why I asked is I'm just thinking about like, what if you dedicated your whole life to creating these comics and then this is what's brought to life?
I actually thought that during it, yeah.
And I have an idea of what's the Halloween movie that we watched that was so ironic?
Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like if we rewatch this movie thinking like it's
Tales of the Crypt.
Like ironic, it's not supposed to be a legitimate movie, it's supposed to be like making fun of other movies, I think it might make more sense. Like I feel like The awkward line that you shouldn't ever say in each one of those moments is exactly what they said and just killed every moment for me.
Dang.
Diablo's the only one that I emotionally connected with because he, tried not to be bad and, felt bad about hurting his family and all that. The rest of them couldn't emotionally connect with them, so that it didn't matter to me, their storyline. The scene where they dropped into the acid or whatever, Harley Quinn and the Joker, it was a good looking scene, but I don't understand what the point of that was.
Fan service.
And there wasn't really the point of the movie wasn't focused, I guess. Like, there were so many side things going on. I mean, I guess beating the Enchantress was the whole point of the movie, but I mean, I just kept thinking I feel bad for the actors playing the Croc and Enchantress because they spent like hours in makeup for this movie. That sucks. Wow. I didn't like it.
And Matt, what did you think of Suicide Squad?
All right, I'm pretty sure that I will definitely rate this the highest of all of us.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Now, I did not love it. It damn sure wasn't perfect. There was a lot of things that they did not do well. But overall, I feel like this is a fun movie, to be honest. What the hell is Harley's superpower? And Jen, you're very much right. Like, I wish so much they would have done more with Harley than just make her a sex object.
Amanda, in the beginning, when she was describing her, one of the things that she said was, she's fearless. I think that that's really what they were going for, that she just didn't care. She would be down to do anything, and she really was. I mean, they were in the bar, and she's like, well, might as well go, you don't have anything better to do. And everybody else ended up following her. Beyond that, I don't know.
Respect. I get what you're saying. You're relaying. But in that case, then I guess every superhero can just be a Care Bear in that case. I wish so badly they would have done more with her, the character development. And so she was a psychologist, right?
Psychiatrist, yeah.
There could have been so much that they could have pulled for everybody. There's so much they could have done with her, and they definitely missed the mark on that. Poor Flag, man. I'll be flat out honest with you that a lot of these characters, I feel bad for the actors. Like Jenna said, it was interesting that I could actually see that this was directing. Sure, Flag, homeboy, he screwed up the line where he's like, soldier. But you could have done another take. I don't know, I really feel like they did a lot of these actors disservices. It really feels like the way they put it together was just not great. Boomerang, he was primarily the person that I felt so bad for. It's like, you are useless. You do not.
The DC's version of Hawkeye.
The DC's version of, yeah. So, why is the Boomerang all of a sudden a Phantom 4 at one point? It's a drone out of nowhere and then it's a boomerang. It's just, I don't get it. The alligator guy was just, what was it? It was so random that he was like, I want BET. That was so random. Really weird. And I'm really starting to notice when characters don't need to be in a movie. When they start to really subtract from the good of what the movie is. They don't feel like a well-gelled team, which I know that was never the intention. But even in their bad, they didn't really gel very well. The bar scene, I get it. The bar scene was very much like their moment where they were supposed to gel, and where Diablo at the end's like, you're not taking my next family. That didn't work. Yes, the character development, we didn't care for the characters, but they also, as a group, we didn't really care about them. When you deliver that, you're not gonna take my second family,
you felt it was unearned.
It was not there. It missed the mark. Again, though, this was still a fun movie. I liked that it was different, but yeah. Again, I think I like it probably the most out of all of y'all. It was just fun, a lot of fun imagery and whatnot, but boy, did this make money at the box office or lose?
I think it was profitable.
Yeah.
Not critically well received, I don't remember.
Yeah, just a lot of miss marks.
Well, I appreciate what you said about it being a fun movie. I'm glad that you can look at movies that way. There's plenty of movies that I think are garbage, but I think are just fun to watch, and maybe that's what Suicide Squad just has turned into or is now. And I can live with that. I think there's some fun moments, for sure.
There are times where, if you have numerous people around you being like, oh God, this is garbage, man, that sucks. Of course it's going to sway you a little bit. Even though I heard Jeremy doing that, I heard Holden chuckling a little bit, I still find it a fun movie. I'd never buy it, but I'd probably never watch it again. Oh yeah, Waller. I really thought she was going to die. She was supposed to be a good guy, and she, offed some of the people in the office just to keep them quiet. She did not feel like she deserved to live after that. I'll forever look at her and be like, you should be dead already. Oh, and what's his face came back, all green hair. I did not Yeah, hey, yet again, he's back. I don't hate his character. So many numerous characters, they delivered the line so weirdly. And again, this is a directing organization just piecing it together. I feel like maybe when they shot this, it probably looked great, but when they pieced it together, what a shit show.
You know, as far as the Joker thing goes, I wondered myself if I was just maybe loved Heath Ledger's too much, but honestly, I loved Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. I thought he was great. And there was definitely a deviation from Heath Ledger's style in that too. So I really think it's just whatever it is about this, I just did not care about it. All right, let's go ahead and do some ratings. According to the commenters, nobody cares about Jeremy or my ratings because we're just Marvel fanboys who can't look at the DC movies critically. Be that as it may, my rating for this will probably be about a 5.5. Jeremy, what about you?
Did I say that I hated the Joker on my segment? I don't think I did. So I hated the Joker in this movie. It's a great cast. I even like a lot of the crew involved with it, but it's a bad movie. I give it 4 out of 10. Wait, to be fair though, I actually echo a lot of what Matt said. You made some really good points, and I agree with a lot of that. I didn't dislike watching it. It's just not that good.
Jenna, what about you? What would you rate this?
I didn't hate it. I mean, I wouldn't watch it again on my own, but I didn't hate it, and I feel like I gave the wrong impression. I mean, I didn't like it. I gave Cats a 4, but I feel like giving this movie higher than a 5 would be too much, but I really liked this movie a lot more than Cats.
Cats is the bar.
Yeah, it's literally what I choose to rate a lot of movies off of, is that Cats was a 4. 5 out of 10.
Jen, what about you? What would you rate this?
I'm gonna have to agree with Jenna. I think 5 is probably just what works for what I liked the storyline. That's mainly why I'm giving it a 5. Otherwise, I would rate it lower. I do think that there's a couple unnecessary characters, and the Joker, just the teeth, and it was horrible. But 5.
And Matt, what would you rate Suicide Squad?
I didn't dislike this movie, which says a lot that it was so bad, but I didn't dislike it that much. Maybe it says more about me. Again, the directing, not too bad. I give it a 6.5.
6.5, okay.
Optimistic.
All right, so let us know what you thought about Suicide Squad down in the comments below. Let us know what you thought about all of our opinions, all of our ratings. Like this video if you enjoyed it. It helps my channel out a lot. Consider subscribing if you want to see more fun content like this. Make sure to check out Jeremy and Matt on YouTube. Their links will be in the description below. Consider joining my Patreon. It's a great way to get early access to select videos like this. Consider joining my memberships for exclusive once-a-month live streams with me and the other members. As always, we appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.